Today I'm at Camberley Heath Golf Club at another fantastic Echo 61 event interviewing Les Ferdinand. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all keeping well. So I'm with the legend, Sir Les Ferdinand. Les, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Not bad at all.
Les, talk to me about your Spurs career. How would you describe it?
I would have to be honest and say it was probably disappointing in terms of what I'd done at QPR, what I'd done at Newcastle. I probably wanted to replicate that at Spurs as well and never really did that. Quite a few injuries, loads of different managers. You know, I mean, it was just an unsettling time at Spurs at the time. And I understood what Alan Sugar was trying to do in terms of the way he was trying to shape the team and how he was trying to bring it together. But there was, there was a lot going on, and ended up getting a load of injuries. So never scored the goals that I wanted to score at Spurs.
You mentioned about the managers that you played under. Who were your favourites?
I mean, I started off with Jerry Francis, who obviously brought me into Spurs, and I'd worked with Jerry at QPR, so I knew all about him. But he didn't last that long. And then Christian Groves came in for a bit, who I thought on the training pitch he was fantastic. He had some great ideas. He was just very dramatic in his approach, and when you come in with new ideas and new ways of doing things, you need to start winning straight away, and then you get the players on your side. He didn't do that, and unfortunately the players went the other way with him. But I thought his ideas on the training pitch were very, very good. And then I went from Christian Groves to George Graham, and so in my first 5 years I think I had 4 different managers and a change of board, so it shows how unsettled the club was at the time. So George Graham, and I really enjoyed playing under George. I thought he was a really good manager. He was a tough taskmaster, but was a very good manager. And I often say if I could have played for one manager and only one manager, it probably would have been George. I thought he was that good. And then George left, and the Hod came in.
Yeah.
No, David Pleat took over for a little bit as interim. So, and I liked him. I liked David Pleat's ideas. I liked how he was, his approach to the game. And then the Hod came in, I thought at the beginning when he first came in, he was excellent. Everything about him, everything he did, was good for Spurs. And then I left under the Hod. I was going to leave before that, to be honest. I was going to go to Brescia in Italy. And he persuaded me to stay for another couple of years. And I just felt my career hadn't really gone the way I wanted it to go at Spurs, and maybe I needed a change. But he persuaded me to stay for another couple of years, and then I left and went to West Ham.
There's 2 cup finals during your time at Spurs. One that you won, of course, in '99 against Leicester, that last-minute goal,
yes.
Alan Nilsson. The 2002, I remember that very, very well. You had so many chances, but Brad Friedel that day. Yeah,
he was on fire. We had as a team we had so many chances, and he just pulled out all the stops. It was one of those days where you go back and you kind of like think about how did you miss the chances, how did you make the saves, but
that wasn't a dig, by the way.
Felt like one, to be fair. I felt you kicking me under the
No, not at all. Les, lastly, what have you made of Spurs this season? Under Postecoglou, do you think the Spurs will be successful?
I certainly do. I like what I'm seeing. I know, I was saying to someone the other day, the game against Brighton for the first 45 minutes was probably the best football I've seen any team play this season, not just the Spurs team, any team I've seen play this season. You know, what you have to do now, what they have to do now is try and sustain that over 90 minutes. Now, I know you're not going to be able to play that type of football for 90 minutes, but then you have to find a way of sort of minimising the risk when you don't play it as well in the second half, which is what a young squad of players needs, a team needs to understand. And I think we're heading in the right direction. There's more positives than negatives in what he's doing at the moment, so I just think he needs time.
Very last question, just a quick yes or no. The Gaza story, is it true?
No. Not in the way he tells it anyway.
Les, thank you so much. Come on, you Spurs.
Pleasure.